Hello my friends, my name is Dennis once again here, and today we are going to see how to compress a video. And in this video I'm going to show you two methods of compressing a video, really super cool methods. First method I want to show you is using this free tool here called Handbrake, and you can get it free of charge from handbrake.fr. So let's go ahead and download this. After downloading, then you can follow the normal installation process, and you can now use it. So I'm going to go ahead and use it because I have already downloaded it on my computer. So this is how Handbrake looks like. The first time you open it, it has this option where you can drag and drop a file or folder. Here you can compress a single file or you can compress a full folder. So I can also come here, I select a folder or a file. So let me go ahead and select a file here. So let me choose some file from my videos here. Okay, I have some demo videos. So let's choose something small here. So I'm going to choose this file here, the original file. As you can see, it is a 4 GB file. I'm going to go ahead and compress it. So I select this file. Okay, it's opening now in the window of Handbrake. So it's very important here that you choose the right settings for your video, otherwise you may end up, instead of compressing it, you may end up increasing its size. So it's good to take time and learn how to choose the right settings, and at the end of the video I'll show you how to get the right settings if you don't want to go through the process of finding the right settings. So we are going to be dealing with the tabs that you see here. These are the tabs that we are going to work with for most of the time. So the first thing you want to choose is the format of your video. Okay, I prefer to leave it at MP4 because it's supported by many devices. If you wish to upload your video on the internet, so it's better you select Web Optimized because that makes it even smaller after compression. We go over now from the summary to the dimensions, unless you really want to do this, but I don't recommend changing the dimensions. So in most cases I leave my videos the way they are, the width, the height, the modulus, anamorphic, and also I think there are better softwares, video editing softwares that can do the cropping, so you may not want to crop the video using Handbrake. So let's go into filters. Also I usually recommend not touching anything in the filters tab unless your video has some compression or artifacts maybe and you want to take them off. If you want to take off some noise from the video, some kind of grain, you may want to change some of these. If you want to sharpen or decrease the sharpness of the picture, but be careful while changing the settings in the filters because you may affect the picture quality. So make sure you're sure of every setting that you're changing here. Also, if you put your mouse over any of these, you will see a dialog popping up, and that's going to explain to you what that particular interface does. Then the most important work is going to be done here in the video tab. So most of your settings that will affect the video quality and compression are going to be here. Let's begin with the first one, the video. We have many codecs here. I prefer to leave it as H.264 times 264. This is highly recommendable for YouTube. Also, I don't change the frame rate. I use 30 for most of my videos. Then the quality, this is very important. By default it is set at 22, and the idea here is that the smaller the value, the lower the quality, the higher the value, the higher the quality. So it's recommended that you leave it at 22, but it depends on how far you want to go. Also, I'll show you that some examples that some videos can be compressed more than others. So for some videos, depending on the type and quality of the video and how you want the output to look, you have to select the right quality. Make sure you experiment this with several videos to get the right settings for depending on how you want to use the video. You would want to leave this bitrate the same unless you understand what you want to do with it. Then also it's very important to look at this optimize video. So there is this encoder preset. You can set it to ultra fast, super fast, and go ahead and make it very fast, and so on up to the slowest method, this side of encoding. So the idea of this encoder preset is that the slower it is, the better the quality, the faster it is, the poorer the quality, and also the file size may not be compressed that much. The compression ratio may not be the best of what you like. So let me go ahead and illustrate this. It's like an example of your handwriting. The faster you write, it's more probable that you're going to make mistakes and write badly. But if you write slowly, then your handwriting is likely to look better. So if you really have the time, then it's better you make it very slow, but I prefer to keep it at fast. That makes things okay. So you may want to leave everything here unturned. The audio does not usually affect much of the video compression, so it's better you leave it the way it is, especially the codec. Leave it at AV codec or MP3, whichever works for you. Most videos will not use subtitles and chapters, but if your video uses that, then you can go ahead and check this out. After you have made the right settings, then you go ahead and start encode. I can come back to the summary to check if everything was right. There is a save as here. This tells me where my video is going to be saved. I can browse to select a different location. So let me save this on the desktop. Example, I'm going to go ahead and save this on the desktop. Okay, so also after compression is done, you can select what the Handbrake program will do. After checking through that all your settings are fine, then you can go ahead here on top and click start encode. As you can see here, it's preparing to encode, and then it starts encoding. Now encoding is going to depend on the speed of your processor. So I'm recording this using a Core 2 Duo Intel Centrino whatever processor. It's a slow one, so it may take some time. So I'll not compress this in this video. I'll pause it and I'll show you the finished result. After your compression is done, then I'm going to go ahead and open my video. So I have the original file. My original file was 4 gigabytes here, and I have renamed the compressed file to Handbrake 1. Also, I tried this using some other lower quality settings, and that made it. I made another file here. I called that Handbrake 2. So I want to show you the difference in the files, and then I'll also show you what it is when I compress with VLC. That's going to be my second method. So let me go ahead and open for you this. This is my original, this is the second compression using lower quality settings. I changed this. I changed the preset from the quality from 22 to 30. So that's the second video, Handbrake 2. Then I have another video here, Handbrake 1. This is what I compressed with 22. So you can see that there is a difference in the sharpness of the image. If you look at this image and this image, you probably notice that this image is sharper than this. The second video is darker. This effect is not because of the compression. I think this is a problem with the video player. Yes, but just look at the sharpness. Now if I go back to these two files and I compare their sizes, you can see that this is 280 MBs and this is 260 MBs. So the first compression is almost 13 times. I think that's about, yes, 13 times smaller than the original file. And then the second compression is about 16 or 17 times smaller than the original file. So I mean, you may want to choose the higher quality settings of 22 because that does not change the size of the video that much, and yet there's a big difference in the quality of the video that you get. So I have the original file here, the original video. So you can notice that the original video and the first compressed video, when I used 22, are almost similar in terms of sharpness, so you may want to use those settings. Okay, so let me close all this. So in case you don't know which settings you want to use in the Handbrake program, Handbrake has some inbuilt settings called presets. So you want to come here to the presets, then you select show preset panel. So you have this panel shown over here. Let me just add some file video in order to show you how the presets work. Okay, I'm going to drag and drop video here. So presets are inbuilt settings for different purposes. As you can see, we have some general presets. You can choose to make the video very fast at 1080 at frame rate of 30. So if I press this, or if I double click this, you realize that all the settings are automatically put to this preset format. Or if I change this, also the settings are going to change. So these presets help you to choose the right settings, just in case you don't know which ones you may need. So you just find out what type of video you want. If you want super high quality 480p, just select that and you'll have settings automatically made. If you want the video to be for the web, maybe for YouTube 720, then you may just double click that and you'll have settings that automatically match that description of Vimeo or YouTube at that rate. And I compress the video again using VLC Media Player, and I'll show you what that looks like. So in order for me to compress using VLC, I'm going to open the original file. So I open the original file. As it starts to play, I just pause it. Then I come here, media, convert. So what VLC does is you can use it to convert from one codec or format to another, and that is most likely to reduce the size of your video, especially if the video was got from a camera. If you shot the video using a camera, video compression is going to work so well for you. So I click add, then I add a file. I can add multiple files. So let me open my videos. This is the demo. So this is the original file. I select it. There it is. I can add multiple files, so let me choose that, only one file, then convert, save. Here you can choose different codecs or profiles. So if you are going to upload this on YouTube, I recommend YouTube HD. If you're going to watch it on any device, then you can use this, it also works better. So let's use YouTube HD. Then you select destination for your compressed file. So I may put it in the same folder, but I'm going to call this compressed maybe 1. So this is a container type of file. When I start compressing this, there's going to be a container called original file 1, which is going to hold the compressed file, and then I click start. When I click start, the video is going to start compressing. You can see that here, so it goes until this is full. Also you can see that it is converting the file here. During this process, I recommend you don't use VLC to play any other file. And after the compression, I can find my video in the destination where I saved it. So for this video, still it may take time. I'll just show you the compressed file. So this is the file that I compressed using VLC, and it was 598 MBs from 4 GB. So this is about 4 times or 5 times smaller than the original file. So let us compare the quality. So I have, let me show you the original file again. So this is the original file. So this is the original file and this is the compressed file. You can see that the sharpness is almost the same, in fact nearly the same, if not exactly the same. So compressing with VLC is better, but the size may not be so much compressed like that in the first method that we use to compress, but it works so much well. If you don't know which one to use and just want to maintain the quality, it works considerably well.